Hello and welcome, this is Mercenary and we're back with some more BattleTech. Since the last video I did make some off-camera changes, one of which was the refit of the Grasshopper. I realized that this mech could potentially be a replacement for our quick draw and the scout role. It doesn't have quite as much speed, but it does have the maneuverability and jump jets, and it is definitely more durable with more armor, a heavier mech, and it may have more firepower once the refit has set in. To allow for this refit to happen, I did remove one of the weapon systems I had installed in the Thunderbolt and put it into the Grasshopper. So that's pretty much what I did there. And then other than that, I did hire a couple more mech warriors so that I could get that total. I believe we have enough to do 3 lances. Let's double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 would be 2. 1, 2, 4 would be 3. So yes, indeed, we have 12 mech warriors. I know it says 11 here, but my pilot doesn't take up a berth. So who I ended up hiring is I picked up Sport and I picked up Growl. This one I had thought about picking up and I just went ahead and did so. I do want to have these pilots pick up experience through our training module as soon as possible. The more time we have them around, the more time they can pick up experience and we can utilize that experience. While we're here, there is one other change I'd like to look into, and that is possibly leveling up Behemoth to get a little bit more accuracy. So I'll go ahead and confirm that change.
Mech warrior training complete.
Otherwise, I think we're pretty much good to go with everyone. I guess we could go up on the gut skill as we get overheat. So good change as well.
Waiting on you, Commander.
You can't afford anything, and the last one I would think about be my pilot, who also can't. All right, so we should be ready to go for the contract. So this is going to be, I think, the first time I've ever done a 5-skull contract. Now, it doesn't pay all that well, but this mission isn't going to be about money. It's going to be about salvage. As this does have good salvage, that's going to be working out good for me. Now, it would be good if I could up my reputation to the next level, because I may unlock this mission, but I'm not really going to go for that as far as my payment and the negotiation tab. I prefer to just go for more salvage here. So I don't want to go that far, because I'd like to take some money, but I'm definitely not going to increase my reputation here. Out of curiosity, how far could I increase that? So it's saying plus 19. Well, that would probably for sure give me the upgrade to the next level, but I really do need the money, and I'm definitely here for the salvage. That's the whole purpose of taking this difficult of a mission. So let's go ahead and start the mission. So as far as the mechs I'm going to use, I am going to make a change here. So the change I'm going to make is I'm going to remove the catapult, and I'm going to use the Orion. I forget which one. I think it's the 1V that I want to use. Yeah, the 1V for sure. And I am going to have that take the place here. So Behemoth will pilot this. I think that Behemoth's skill set works better with the Orion than the Highlander, and Glitch, I think, will benefit quite a bit from the Highlander. And if we're facing a lot of assault class mechs, I don't know if the catapult has the endurance to stick out that kind of fight if we are facing decent numbers, which we may. So I think the Orion's going to have a lot better endurance in that regard, because the SRM-6s with 2 tons of ammo should hold out quite well, and the LRM-20 is going to be more efficient for ammo, although you do have more ammo with the 2 LRM-15s. I think this would have more endurance. Maybe it's very slight, but in any case, let's go ahead and launch up the mission. I really want to try out this mech and see how it does, and it's more durable too, so maybe that will fare well in this mission. All right, so I didn't really read the description here, but we have to retrieve the memory core and escape. All right, let's see how that goes.
Command interface initiated.
As a facility our employers describe, if it's not just a fairy tale, the memory core will be in there. Move up so that we can see what kind of firepower we're up against. Once we've secured the memory core, the Leopard will extract us at this LZ. So if this does turn out to be too hot, I can get out of this engagement by just going in, touching that up, and leaving. Good hunting, Commander. Oliviera out.
You think we'll see bears?
Okay, so that may be what we do with Decker. Okay, as far as the Highlander goes, I think sprinting up this way might be a good idea. Although we are pretty close to this facility, I'm actually going to take it a little bit more carefully. And we'll jump, and then I'll use Brace here. Because we could be pretty much right on top of the defenders. Okay. Orion would definitely benefit from a sprint, though. So let's sprint in here. Not quite being able to get into the woods. Trying to think of another way would be better, but, you know, I think this is going to be best route for us. And we'll take a similar path with the Battlemaster. Okay, maybe I could have gotten away with a sprint there. Alright, I think we'll be safe to move up a little separately with the quick draw.
Confirmed.
Doesn't look like we're going to encounter anything on this first turn. I think I'm going to be a little bit more cautious after this turn if we don't encounter anything. So let's start this off with Decker, actually, because I want to see how far we can go. I'm going to jump to here. We get some semblance of cover, and then I can always brace up as well to give us a little bit extra deep.
Roger that.
Okay.
Picked up a blip.
Come on, next
All right, well,
order.
let's started the
It's
combat.
go time.
Well, hello there, Mr. King Crab. Alright, so this isn't necessarily the best situation for me, having jumped right into the lap of a King Crab. I definitely don't want this thing to hit me because it has two AC-20s. That will hurt a lot, so
Receiving you.
yeah, let's jump out of this. Now, this mech shouldn't have a lot of ammo to use on me, and it should be slow, so we could pretty easily, I think, jump out of contact with it. I think playing it smart is going to be advisable, but this is the kind of thing that I was hoping to see. This is what this is all going to be about, so I guess this jump is probably the better one for me.
Copy
We'll just
that.
break contact here. And then I will sensor lock. The only one that's going to be in range is the King Crab, so that's who we're going to sensor lock. Now, the King Crab is going to be a tough opponent. It's going to be very heavily armored. We have an 80-ton mech. That could be a number of things. There's quite a few 80-ton mechs in this game. I don't expect the enemy to actually be able to see me yet, so we'll just wait for them.
Acknowledged.
The problem is, oh, the King Crab moves at that initiative phase. So we just saw how far he could move there. That was a walk, and it looked like he barely moved. Yeah, that's because he kind of did. He did only do a normal move. He could have sprinted, though. Okay, so this is an 85-ton mech. So this is the main threat here, and it's what we can see. So that's what we're going to go after, I guess.
What can I do for you?
But yeah, definitely attacking the King Crab at range is going to be the best idea. The thing I have to ask myself is with guard, I probably want to only attack with one weapon. So I think we go with the Orion at this stage, because the Orion is
Standing by.
more likely going to be in a situation where we can take best advantage of that. I'm not going to likely get in range of any of my other weapons. This is as close as I can get, and that's all I'm getting. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to break through because this is not Jalopy. I have to keep reminding myself. I think I am going to want vigilance here Just so that we're on the safe side. We will beat the King Crab to initiative and possibly be able to move out of contact, or it can hit me with those two AC-20s. So I am going to use Vigilance.
Moving to position.
Protect myself. We shouldn't be in view. I have to be careful though, because the King Crab probably does have the ability to sensor lock, as it does have the greater initiative. Okay, now we can attack it. Fire away. Okay, just wanted to see if there were any modifiers going on there. This is going to take quite a while with that kind of result, but... Okay, so we do have a full lance here. Hopefully there's not more than a lance, because that might be a little tricky for me otherwise. Alright, so I think we would be... It would be in my benefit to get vision on another mech here if I can. But unfortunately, I cannot. At this moment, we don't have vision of anyone else. Alright, so this is going to be kind of a slow turn for us, it looks like. Not really sure how to react here. I think we jump here. This does get me somewhat closer, but it doesn't get me so close that I think the enemy could just walk up and easily see me. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. I will also use Vigilance here, though, just to be on the safe side.
Engaging jump jets.
Okay, Vigilance it is. Oh, well, that was a waste. Wish I could take that back. Yeah. Oh well.
Good to go.
I'm gonna go with just the LRM-20 because I want to do full damage here. Yeah, I shouldn't have used Vigilance there. I wasn't thinking. I'm so used to attacking in a given turn, but alright. Hopefully we can get that morale back. But that was a definite mistake on my part. I don't think the enemy is going to get contact this turn. But having that Vigilance for this turn would have been beneficial. So, definite misplay on my part. Okay, well, now we have to pick somebody that has moved. We could keep going after the King Crab, and I don't think there's a reason why we wouldn't. We may be able to get a flank with the quick draw if we're careful about our placement. So let's try and do that.
Waiting for orders.
I'm just going to take a simple move order over this way. I should be able to outrun my opponent fairly easily.
Acknowledged.
We'll just sensor lock up the King Crab and we'll just keep picking away at that. Again, it's going to be one of the bigger threats that are out there right now, so... And focusing damage is always a good thing. Was decent movement. Wonder if that's a victor. Yeah, so this is where I wish I had kept Vigilance. We do have one more to go, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use
Yes, Commander.
Behemoth. And I do want to keep moving here, because I don't want them to easily get contact with me. And I really don't know if that king crab's going to be able to move far enough to get that kind of contact. Because we're like just at the edge of sensor range. If they get it, I mean, I might get hurt next turn because I don't have that vigilance up, but...
Heading out.
Or at least in woods, so it will deflect some of the damage. Look away with another
Engaging target.
LRM-20 shot here. But I definitely want the king crab if I can get a hold of it. A nice heavy mech for me. It'll be slow, so it will change kind of the dynamic of how I play this lance, so that's kind of the downside. Alright, they've all gone. I am going to be putting my Battlemaster here in quite a bit of risk, but I don't think it can be avoided. I'd rather do something than nothing, so just trying to see if I can get some more evasion out of this sucker. I can get quite a lot if I go here. Also, maybe stretching the range would be a good idea. Make it so that it's a further target for my opponent. They're going to be able to hit me probably pretty hard here, though, if I'm not careful. I'll go with this jump. Puts me just maybe in range to get some decent shots.
Engaging jump jets.
Well, we'll see if that's a mistake after I do it. Okay, so it is a Victor. I did call that one decently enough. Let's go ahead and fire away here. With this climate, we're going to be pretty good to be aggressive. Okay, so now Glitch has the ability
Waiting for orders.
to multi-target here. So I'm going to go U as A, U as B, and this is going to be A, and this is going to be B. Fire away.
No problem. I've got enough guns for everyone.
Okay, we're landing. The Victor is going to have quite a bit less armor, so I mean we can see already we're eroding at that. And we just attacked that this turn. Okay, so now I can actually take advantage, but let's go ahead and reserve here. We'll allow what mechs are going to do this. I don't know what this is going to be. If it's another Victor, it's not going to be in range to do a whole lot. The King Crab will be able to do something, but reserve again. It does have an LRM-15 and a large laser, so it does have some long-range firepower.
Damage minimal.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to immediately use the Battlemaster, and we're going to hit the Victor again before it goes. Because it does have an AC-20. That is nothing to, you know, laugh off. And we'll hit it again.
All weapons committed.
And yeah, I mean, we already... Oh, that might have been a head hit that exposed that structure. I'll have to check that. But now we can jump back and be in decent cover. And, you know, use our mobility against our opponent. We have it and they don't. Right now, nobody has vision, which is going to be in our favor quite a bit. Now, it does look like they have broken some of their mechs away to try and go after the quick draw. So we could play a little bit of ring around the rosy, but I think that we'd eventually lose because they've got guys going this way and they've got guys going this way. So maybe just backing off is the best move here. We do have to sensor lock somebody if we want to have...
Orders?
It's really hard to see the sensor range on a map like this. Like I'd have everybody in there. Let's jump. Still looks good if I jumped there. I'll turn like this.
Up high.
We'll sensor lock. I'll go after the Victor at this point, as it's going to go down faster than the King Crab would. And I mean, ideally I'd be hitting both of them, but I think this is going to be the better deal for now. And as I thought, this guy's going to come around. But that's a maneuver battle that we'll win. Okay. So with Behemoth, I have to make a decision here. Stand my ground and attack. And get the benefits of the bulwark trait. Or back off a little bit and use maneuvering. I think we've got good ground, and it will take the King Crab a while, I think, to get vision on me. So I think we're alright to stay put.
Roger that.
And if they get too close, we'll be able to open up on them with our major firepower and those two SRM-6s. We've got good armor, too, so we'll be alright.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Okay, in this case, I think just the LRM-20 is going to be what we fire. So we're doing full damage. Plus one arm, not doing so hot, and that's the arm that has the AC-20, so if we can clip that off, there goes pretty much all of the significant firepower of the Victor. Still has an SRM-6 and a couple medium lasers, but the AC-20 is definitely the bigger threat. Although we were attacking from a side, so we're likely going to hit that arm. Alright, let's reserve. They still don't have vision of me. I don't think they're going to get it this turn. Reserve again.
Roger that. Standing by.
Oh, hello. May not have been in range of the AC-20s because those were not fired. Either that or they were saved, because the one thing about the King Crab, it has very devastating firepower. I don't know if I can show this because it doesn't. I don't think it shows the ammo. It has very little ammo though, so you have to take your shots. You have to pick them carefully. So really don't know what else my enemy has. Like if this is an awesome, they really might open up on the quick draw. But I prefer did not happen. So in this case, I think we just continue to retreat here. This will remove our vision. Oh, wait, it's not removing. It must be the Orion that has the vision then. Okay, well then I am perfectly fine to do this. So I'll jump back just about as far as I can, and then we'll sling out our LRM-10 there and see what we can do to this King Crab, which now doesn't have that guard up.
Engaging with target.
And we may be in close enough with the Orion to get that firepower really going, so we'll see. Okay, well there's that AC-20. You can multi-target. Definitely the closer range weapons are in range now. So
Orders.
let's see who we got. Yeah, so I'm going to sling the LRM-20 at the King Crab, but everything else is going to be at the Victor. So I'll just make the King Crab A just for simplicity's sake, and then we'll go that route. Unfortunately, the SRM-6s don't have great accuracy here, but they should still hit decently enough. Let's fire away.
Multiple targets confirmed.
And we're not likely going to take out the King Crab here, so they're going to keep that vision on me. But there goes the arm. Now we've destroyed the AC-20. Now I'm not so worried about the Victor. Did get its hit in there while it could, but now this is a Victor we're going to be having another one to deal with. But yeah, this guy, he's not doing so hot. Is there anything in this other arm? Yeah, 2 medium lasers. That's like the other chunk of his firepower, so all he'd have left is an SRM-6 at that point. Okay. Well, definitely with glitch here, who I think
I hear
definitely
ya.
should move next. I'm going to do a multi-target here. I think I'll go with the Gauze Rifle against King Crab so that we can do the LRM-20. Let's do the LRM-20 against the King Crab. And then everything else against the Victor, as we have a fairly good chance of... Ooh, let's make sure we change that. We have a fairly good chance of doing enough damage to really hurt him, so...
You get a headshot, and you get a headshot. Another hit like that, and you're toast.
Okay, that went pretty well. Now the Battlemaster, I think, has really just one play here, and that is to jump in here aggressively and hit the Victor as hard as we can. And I will use Vigilance for this attack, because I think that makes sense.
Engaging jump jets.
Okay, Vigilance. And we will fire away here with everything, because we can afford it. There goes that. I don't know where the ammo is stored
Damage detected.
in a Victor. I mean, it still is a threat to me because it could come up and punch me, but we will be better than it in initiative, so I could come in. Yeah, it has no weapons. So, depending on how hot my Battlemaster is running, which might be quite hot, I may go up and punch it to finish it off, but that would leave the Battlemaster very vulnerable, so I probably won't do that. The other M10's not likely going to finish this guy off, so there's no point in even firing it.
Ready for orders.
Instead, I think we continue to move back a bit and continue to hit the King Crab here. I could wait a bit and then go in and hit with full firepower. Which is a valid strategy. It's possible, though, the enemy moves up and actually is able to see me. You know what? I'll go with the reserve. It's what could hurt? That. It is another Victor. Not too surprising. That's gonna start not feeling so good if they keep on that. Me with AC 20s, especially as they're focusing that damage. See how we're doing with that armor. Yeah, I think they hit me in the arm twice, too. So, yeah, that's not feeling too good. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do this move. Let's just delete this Victor and get it out of the way. It's kind of wasted firepower, but I would... Let's save the SRM-6. Nah, I want to make sure he's dead. Let's just hit him with everything.
All weapons committed.
Yeah.
Let's get fired up. There's
No, I mostly did that because if I didn't do that, I think he was going to go up and punch me. So... Okay. Looks good to me. Now, the King Crab will be able to open up on the Orion, and it will probably do so.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
We might want to back off with the Orion after this turn. Because, yeah, that's starting to hurt. Can't really stand and trade with a King Crab like that.
Can't take much more of this.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. So we'll try and back off
Good to go.
much as possible. I mean, I would like to obviously attack here if I can, but you know, honestly, the smarter move may just be to sprint away and live to fight another day, because I don't think we're going to get into a good position where I'm not going to get just shellacked next turn, so let's just sprint away. The Orion did what it needed to do. We'll set it up for another situation in the future. Alright, so Definitely, the quick draw will beat these guys as far as the initiative punch goes, so move in here. Now, who to go after? Honestly, I could go after either one. There'd be advantages to either one as well. The King Crab we've already been hitting, so it is tempting to keep hitting that. And it is the bigger threat, so yeah, let's keep going after the King Crab at this stage. The Victors, you know, we just saw how we can delete a Victor there, but
On it.
it'd be a fresh Victor, and see, that's what we're trying to get, those kind of things.
Critical hit.
Lower the effectiveness of the King Crab. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to take out its pilot or what have you to get a full King Crab here. I'll try, but a Victor wouldn't be a bad addition.
Waiting for orders.
And now we have the Vision. Let's make you A and you B, and B will be the rifle, I think.
Uh-huh.
Now, the strategy there was to actually hit the King Crab with more, and note that it did full damage. Kind of a way to cheat the system a little bit. Alright, so in this case I do have to jump away,
Good to go.
because we do not want to eat 3 AC-20s on a quick draw, so let's jump away. Let's make sure we're in sensor range, though. That jump. Again, is really hard to make out. Looks like I will be of the King Crab, so that's the one that matters. Probably a good arc there. Lock the King Crab. Alright.
Got a lock.
But I'm liking the way that this battle went. And this will be good salvage for me. We're a little low. We don't have that many assault mechs. Be nice to get some, so. I probably want to move with the Orion now rather than wait. And the reason why I want to do that. Say that though. We could like go up and hit it at close range if we're careful. But the problem is without vision, this is actually our turn to do more damage. I'm not really sure of that move. Let's just reserve. What the King Crab does.
Confirmed.
My feeling is it's just going to move up and go into guard. Oh, or it will be in range of the Highlander and large laser at it. Okay. I think we may have eliminated the LRM-15, so that's the only weapon it could use at that range.
Receiving you.
I want to see what I can do with some of my other mechs here. Okay, I can get vision on both of these guys if I walk up here. And that would benefit the Highlander, definitely. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I am going to put myself in vigilance. I am going to be putting myself in danger. Because I didn't jump, I should be fine on heat. If I have to, I can hold back a single weapon system or something. We could try and burn through the... Yeah, why not? So you're going to be A, you're going to be B. Looks like we'll be okay on the heat scale. As far as what weapon I'm going to use, let's use that one on B, just to burn through that evasion. Alright, fire away.
Engaging multiple targets. Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
Alright, that's a Battle Master then. I think that's pretty plain as day. A single PPC on an 85-ton mech, that's a Battle Master, so...
Good to go.
Go ahead and do multi-target. So same kind of situation here. A, E. Now they're not lined up like they were before. Let's go with the rifle against B this time,
Line them up and I'll shoot them down.
as the LRMs will do more damage. There we go. That should be all the weapons of the King Crab, so we may be able to take things a little bit more carefully now. We know it's slow, so we can stay away from it. Let's just double check that. Yeah, it has no weapon system, so we can ignore it. And I can try and maybe clip off one of its legs or something with precision strikes, perhaps, if we take it very carefully.
Ready for orders.
Now, I should probably not just run in there at this turn. Because that Victor is a threat to me. I don't have any way to guard. And they will beat me in initiative and probably hurt me badly. So we're going to go after the Victor from here on out. Even this is kind of a risk, but we're putting ourselves in the woods, so it will reduce damage. Okay. Fire away. And I don't know if this is lined up well enough that we're going to do some damage to the King Crab. I don't think so. Okay, Decker. That's reserve.
Roger that. Standing by.
Victor's going to come up here. Let's see what he's able to do. Go after the Battle Master. Fine with that, especially as you missed with the AC-20. Okay, so the Battle Master should probably hit and move. With that being said, I wouldn't really be able to jump away. Not if I wanted to not overheat. Definitely we should hit as hard as we can. Okay, we got a crit on the AC-20, which is good.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
So all I have to do is not allow the King Crab to punch me, and that is pretty much the golden rule. Don't let the King Crab punch you, and you're fine. Also, don't let the enemy get in behind you, would be ideal as well. But what can you do? Alright. Hopefully they don't get in range of me. I don't want to take an AC-20 shot in my back.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
King Crab may even sprint here, which it doesn't surprise me that it did that, because it's trying to close the distance so it can do punching attacks. And I'm sure King Crab does a ton of damage if it's able to. So we do have to be careful for sure. Well, then we reserve. What's going to come at me is another single PPC shot, as that Battle Master is not going to get anywhere near me. Obviously, I don't want that to hit me, but if it does, it's not the end of the world. Okay, well, I think this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mercenary, signing out.